Hello everyone, my name is Chitti. I'm the project manager for our remote clinical trial monitoring initiative at Medtronic. Today we are launching a transformation in how cardiac implant clinical trials are conducted, focusing on improving patient safety, accessibility, and regulatory strength through real-time digital monitoring. Coming to the meeting agenda, here is our agenda for today. We will begin with an overview and the vision behind the project, followed by our operational and clinical objectives. And next, we will define the roles of our key stakeholders, dive into the system design and technology, ensuring alignment with ethical and regulatory requirements, examining potential risk, limitations, and mitigation actions, and finally achievements or highlighting the milestones for launching the plan. So coming to our project vision, the vision of this project is to enable real-time digital monitoring of patients with pacemakers and ICDs during clinical trials anywhere in the world. Our platform supports decentralized and hybrid participation, making clinical trials more inclusive for elderly, rural, and mobility restricted patients. Continuous arrhythmia monitoring enhances patient safety, while electronic documentation improves regulatory accuracy. Additionally, automated alerts and source data capture reduce clinical workload and speed up medical decision making. Ultimately, we aim for a trial approach that is safer, smarter, and more globally accessible. Our next slide is current challenges. Cardiac device trials require continuous patient monitoring. Traditionally, this forces frequent clinic visits, increasing stress for patients who may already be in high-risk conditions. Delayed reporting of arrhythmia or device malfunctions can impact patient safety and trial validity. Manual paperwork causes delays and protocol deviations and some compliance failures. So these challenges limit trial diversity and slow the recruitment process and reduce scientific value. Our solution addresses each of these challenges through digital automation and remote visibility. So next, the project goals. And here are our project goals. To solve these challenges, our key goals majorly focuses on real-time data transfers directly from IDs and improving access, especially for rural and high-risk patients, enhancing their safeties and reducing errors. So for these all, we need to stick with the regulatory adherences like FDA's and HIPAA and EU MDR, like European Union standards. So these goals guide both our design and stakeholders' responsibilities. So our next slide is the stakeholder responsibilities and roles. And here are our stakeholders who are participating for this trial. Dr. Ria Thomas, Carl Mary, Dave Dew, David Ferris, Braun Bruce, Angel White, and Robin Edward. These are the principal investigators and clinical trial managers and regulatory authorities and auditors and biostatisticians and patient advocates, and finally our study coordinator who stick with all the SOPs and data securities and patient safeties and follow all the protocols. So coming to our system design and data flow. So here are our components, system design components and data flow. Um, an implantable device transmit data securely through encrypted cloud telemetry, and clinicians observe a live dashboards where they can easily make their decisions and giving a therapy for the invented disease. And patients use this mobile apps to log symptoms and receive some kind of instructions. And finally, these all AI powered safety engine priorities alerts and triggers rapid clinical responses. So coming to our regulatory requirements, our system complies with key global regulations like, as we discussed, FDA, HIPAA, EU MDR. Additionally, electronic documentation must be audit ready, meaning every data point must be traceable, validate, and securely stored. Compliance is not an add-on. Okay. So our next slide is the ethical and safety considerations. Ethics in digital trials must protect patient rights and dignity. All participants must receive transparent informed consents where they have to sign the document for the ensuring legally participating in the trial. Safety measures were taken and patients must be educated on the device usage, or we need to explain the patients each and every point and easily discussing the risk and benefit points. So the risk and mitigations, here are our primary risk and mitigation strategy. Data breaches are mitigated through end-to-end encryption and connectivity failures, data caching redundancy. False or delayed alerts are minimized through algorithm validation, and patients' misuse is reduced through guided tutorials and training modules. So we are proactively designing the system to protect patient safety and scientific accuracy. So now we are jumping into the milestones and timelines. Our project follows a quarterly timeline, and each quarter considers 4 months. First quarter is for designing, finalizing, and regulatory reviews, and second one is for the building the software and validation and pilot testings, and third one is for the rollout and monitoring, and fourth one is for the complete deployment with analytics based optimizing. This ensures our system is clinically validated, ethically safe, and technologically scalable before global deployment. So coming to the launch phase. So in the launch phase, as we enter the launch phase, our next step include confirming stakeholder accountability, finalizing regulatory documentation, schedules, and how the phase is conducted and how the clinical trial product was designed, and reviewing workshops and beginning functional and cybersecurity requirement development. This collaborative launch foundation ensures that each team has a clear deliverable path from the development to deployment, and each and every individual from the clinical departments should be educated and should be trained and should be well versed with the each and every product or each and every clinically observable device. So as the principal investigators follow the protocols, and he should be aware what is the duration of the study and how the product works and who are the participants and what age groups. He needs to follow each and every inclusion and exclusion criteria, he should be educate his or her study coordinators and follow the all required study documents. And as parallelly biostatisticians work all the data validation, as we discussed in the stakeholder roles and responsibilities. And if something happens in the device or something happens in information side, so our IT team will work for finding the errors or debugging the issues, and staff nurse will be support to the study coordinators for finding the right patient and educate them, and the patient should be voluntarily participate in the study without any force. And as we said, clinical data managers, he proactively work for the trial management systems and how the system working and what's the timelines for the each step and how should be worked according to that. And if they have any issues with the system, then definitely they'll reach to the regulatory authorities. And as I said, regulatory authorities is for the David Ferris, who easily check or who do the audits every 5th day or 6th day of the project running and following all the security laws. If the workflow is not in proper way, then there is a technology workflow team, and is the biomedical engineers. They do. If you people get any trouble with the system or you are not able to capture the things, then you can easily connect with the DADU for the workflow management or understanding the workflow. And as I said, Robin Edward is a study coordinator who easily follows study protocols from the PI, and he will help for the data verification of the patient who is enrolling by keeping all the patient data and maintaining all the study documents. For maintaining the study documents will help for the audit purpose, and easily available documents will easily detect the issues. So at last, as we discussed the launch phase, after launching and confirming with the stakeholders and finalizing all the documents, schedules, and conducting the designs and providing workshops and reviewing the works and all the requirements. And this collaborative launch foundation ensures that each team has a clear deliverable path from development to deployment. Okay. So at last, we will wind up with the questions and clarifications and suggestions. So thank you for your time and valuable contributions. This project represents not just a technological upgrade, but a life-saving transformation in how we deliver cardiac research globally. So I welcome your questions, feedbacks and suggestions, and it's an open platform. Everyone have their own opinions, everyone have their own suggestions, and if you have any questions regarding the system or with the design or with the workflow, you are open to discuss. Thank you all. Thank you and have a nice day.